Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Chat Manitors, for your help. I appreciate it. I just read something that I was pondering about it and I forgot to turn my mic on. The religious leader, that lady, I don't know her name, she declared that saying no to Trump is saying no to God. And I don't want to say what I was thinking, but we'll move on. I hope everyone had a great Christmas, by the way. I was here working and figured things out. It was good. I can't complain. Having said that, intuitively, I feel Trump's Christmas wasn't so good. Because yesterday, I was standing in the kitchen there. I think I was making food because I eat dinner early. It seemed like to me, those of you who have done, who have been in the medical field or knows a lot about health, can tell me why that would happen. Intuitively, I saw Trump vomiting, okay? And I don't think it had anything to do with food. It feels like to me he didn't feel very well at first. And then he had that situation going. Intuitively, I feel he's having major control issues because of the Epstein files. This guy throws tantrums behind the scenes like you wouldn't believe. Because the reason is because none of this is under his control. And don't be mistaken, he is attacking supposedly ISIS in Africa. Yeah, all good and all well and good, but I'm not sure how much good that's going to do. It's part of the distraction. Yes, a lot of Boko Haram people died. As we know, these things are short-lived unless you put pressure on those terrorists for a long period. Otherwise, yeah, you kill 10, and then they go and kidnap people's young boys, young girls too, to help them fight. That's the way it works in those areas. So that's what's bothering Trump right now. And people around him are putting pressure on him to go outside of what we Americans are used to. Our presidents are used to being, even-tempered. They don't jump and do things that could hurt the country, all those things. But people around Trump are terrified, and they have their own agenda as well, on top of the policies that they want to put in place. For example, restricting immigration, deporting legal and illegal or undocumented immigrants. Now they are, and I told you that from the beginning, don't be fooled about deporting undocumented migrants. They were going to go after, citizen Americans, okay? Those who became naturalized citizens. That's one of their big project for next year. According to reports, he wants to deport around 200 people or strip people, or 200 people a month of their citizenship. It's going to be a major fight. And also it depends on how long the Trump administration lasts. I don't feel it's going to last very long, intuitively, because what I am feeling over the weekend when it comes to the Epstein issue, he's not going away. He can't control it. He goes into fits of rage Maybe I just figured maybe that's why he's vomiting. Okay, he goes into a convulsion or something. I was waiting to see if I could hear anyone talking about him, any ambulances going out of Mar-a-Lago or something. I didn't see anything. But intuitively I feel, it feels like to me, please let me know, you guys. I know most of you don't pay attention to his activities and what he does. It feels like to me, his decline is accelerating much more than I thought, than I anticipated. And I'm looking at him. I was looking at him last night because, was it last night he had a party or the night before last? Whenever he had that Christmas party, he was sitting at a table. He's looking worse. Please let me know, guys, if I am wrong, okay? And I don't know how many of you saw the release of a report. To be honest with you, intuitively, I believe the report. The person who shared it with me, it seemed like someone went to the FBI, a 13-year-old and her companion or something like that, okay? I am kind of so disgusted with this. A 13-year-old accused, it's a report, I have a copy of the thing here, is accusing Trump of raping them, okay? I'm sorry if I'm having difficulties repeating what I read from, I'm not going to repeat it, okay? But the accusation is they're accusing both Trump and Epstein. And it's pretty nasty. I'm not even going to read it, okay? You guys, you can read it or I can find you. I don't have the link, but I can get the link to it, okay? You can read it for yourself. Two things, intuitively I feel, that are driving Trump up the wall, and maybe that's why he had that episode that I just told you with the health issue over the weekend. That accusation, I feel there are more, but those two things are really scaring him. And it's not only him, members of his family as well. They had ideas about those things, but they were not sure. Well, a lot more, my friends, is going to come out. Like I told you, he cannot control this. He can start wars in Africa and the Caribbean, all kinds of stuff. I don't feel he's going to succeed with that either, because Congress, a lot of Republicans in Congress, like I told you, he's going to lose support in Congress too, just like he's using support among the MAGA base. Okay, that was my prediction. It is happening as we speak. None of those things are going to help him intuitively, I feel. That's my prediction. Okay. But like I said a long time ago, some of you told me this scandal is not enough to take him down, the Epstein scandal. And I said, I don't think so. I said, I think, it will be enough. But I did not know all the detail at the time to make an argument why I felt that way. So I went along with some of you who told me the economy. Yes, you're right to an extent. The economy has taken a major toll on his poll numbers. Intuitively, I feel that the partial report of that 13-year-old, guys, I don't want to repeat a lot of it. If you look for it, you will find it. If you need a link to it, I'll ask the person who sent it to me to send a link so I can find the link myself too. But anyway, It's gross. Okay, that's why I don't go into detail. When this thing will become, because I just found out about it this morning because the person sent it to me late last night. I didn't see it. I read it around 2:30 this morning. Okay. Once this thing become known enough, it's gonna take a little while. Do you guys remember I told you I made a prediction among the 3 ways that Trump could be removed is by impeachment? Remember that. Because also the DOJ is saying that they discovered or found more than 1 million or 1 million more documents, from belonging to Epstein. My friends, this is gonna blow the top of whatever little veneer that Trump has, or that Teflon he has, that everything just flows off of him, regardless of what that religious leader who has an office in the White House is saying, regardless of what she's saying. This is going to do damage. It's already done damage. The influencers, intuitively, most of them will abandon Trump. And the rest will abandon them as well because of their listeners. After they read, what intuitively I feel is going to come out. To be honest with you, I don't know. Reading that report I just told you, I don't know how much worse it can get than that. Maybe it's going to be a whole bunch of terrible deed on the part of Epstein and Trump that are going to make things worse. But I can't imagine anything else. Well, the next thing that could be worse is, violating and raping a young kid is bad enough. I'm having difficulties. Please, you guys can post on your comments. There are different issues. It has to do with state secrets, with our classified documents that were at his house, among other things he's done. This is going to be very bad for this administration. There's going to be a time in the coming few months. By the way, I don't know how many of you heard, Jack Smith is asking that the recording of his 9-hour testimony in front of Congress last week be released. So we're going to find out a lot more. The Epstein files, Trump and people around him, don't let the facade fool you, like I have always said. This is really bad. And it's going to get worse. Expect him and the people around him, Stephen Miller and company, who are carrying out his policies. Even American-born citizens won't be exempt from their malfeasance. Do you guys remember once Trump said he may even send Americans who have committed crimes to be placed in foreign prisons? Don't be surprised if he tries to act on it. These guys are looking for any way they can to instill fear and do bad things to us. And I'm talking about Stephen Miller and company. They won't be stopped. And intuitively, I feel until their last days in the White House, they will continue to do what you see them doing today. Deport people, send people abroad to be tortured, all kinds of stuff. They're not going to stop. It's going to get worse. The more they feel their power is threatened, the worse it's going to get. And that's where we are heading. It's going to be challenging the next month or two, okay? Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to pretend I know it all. And I can tell you exactly when things are going to happen. But January, February, maybe March, is going to be challenging. In fact, I was reading a report a little while ago about a couple. They were married for 40-something years. They are undocumented. I mean, this really touched me. They were in Florida, and they were going grocery shopping, and they were stopped for traffic stop. But it seems like they do that in Florida as a cover. I mean, it's been reported. It's in the newspapers. If you are undocumented, they put you on ICE hold. They call ICE, and then they put you on hold, and they deport you. The husband fell ill because they were in some kind of detention center in Texas. He died. They didn't even give her an opportunity to see him before he died. The last time she saw him was when they were both arrested. It seems like he came down with some kind of an infection that affected some organ or organs, and it killed him. We're going to be hearing more of those things. Miller does not care. Miller enjoys hurting others. But my friends, his turn will come. That's my prediction. Don't fear, don't be afraid. We will get out of this. But if they don't give power, they don't give up power. It has to be taken to courts. And if they unleash the military, thinking they're going to unleash the military on us civilians, and it's going to backfire. Yes, I know Trump suffered a major setback with the Supreme Court, but that doesn't mean they are terrified too. Okay, because they don't like the direction. They didn't expect to see Trump doing everything that he's doing. Okay, they gave, basically, they had to do, there was no way around it. I am sure you guys heard what Alito said. Well, people are beating up on federal agents, and they take priority. I'm not going to go into argue that point. I'll simply report what he said. I think it's absurd. Okay, no one is, well, compared to what they are doing to people, But anyway, I expect to hear more of those things. But I can't say it's going to be next year. I'm talking 27, okay? Or before 26 is out. A lot of the laws that they are breaking right now, and also, like I've said before, Republicans will find their voices before November of 26. There are changes coming. And it's going to be because partially Republicans are going to notice basically the losses and put pressure on Vance. If it's not Grassley, I'm not sure who's coming, you guys. I'm being honest. okay? Vance or Grassley, it feels like more Vance than Grassley, but Grassley is not out of the game, okay? But intuitively, I feel they're gonna use, something else? There are more atrocities, intuitively, I feel. We're gonna find out about when this is over. And Republicans will join with Democrats because there won't be any choices. It's going to be you are either MAGA or American. According to a report I heard last night, I forget his name. I'm sorry. If I remember it as I speak, I will tell you. I'm not going to try to remember it. But he owns a channel on YouTube. He's a naturalized citizen. I don't remember his name. But anyway, he was explaining from a document that was either leaked out or something to that effect, showing, or there's a blueprint, a plan to succeed, how to go about succeeding Trump. It would be, I found this unbelievable. To follow Trump would be Vance and Kirk, that young gentleman who was killed recently. I don't remember his first name. Charlie Kirk? Oh, yeah, Charlie Kirk, yes. And then Charlie Kirk would, after this Vance, after 8 years of Vance, okay, it would be someone else and Don Jr. as vice president, and they had a plan for the next 30 years for MAGA to take over this country. I don't think it's going to happen if you see it. That's my prediction. But they are so comfortable with what they are doing. They have a 30-year plan to remain in power. Intuitively, I don't see it happening. So if you come across it, no. But my friends, all this is going to come to an end. Democrats, Republicans will join together. I feel like saying next year, and Republicans, they're going to realize you're either MAGA or you are Americans. Okay? We have to save our democracy. And they're going to take action. And I'm not talking about the MAGA Republicans. The MAGA Republicans will lose their seats. That's my prediction. Because next year is going to be shocking to a lot of us. Either what they are doing or what they planned on doing will all come out. So, but they won't succeed. And a lot of the policies they put in place will be reversed. It's going to be a lot of work for the next Congress or the next two Congress, okay, or three. And the future presidents that are to come to right this ship and put this country on the path of that, and a better place than we were before. But expect to hear some scary news. For example, I just read, I told you that before this was coming, since January, I think I predicted this, that they were going to be using, I saw Musk standing in the large room with screens, and they could electronically shut your social security or find you wherever you are using your license plates. According to a report I read this morning, ICE is looking into, well, it seems like they have access to some kind of application that can do not exactly like that, but that can really, in fact, there's a major privacy concern around it, okay? But they can monitor. Right now, it seems like it's mostly for undocumented immigrants or people like myself, naturalized citizens, But yes, they are using it already, and it's creating a lot of problems. But we're going to find out a lot more information about these things. It's going to be shocking. What we're going to find out that's been going on behind the scenes next year. And it's not going to be the first half of the year. It's going to be, it feels like to me, I have to make that clear, after June. Okay? So it's on video. It's going to be quite interesting. So hang in there. And the next part I wanted to talk about was the economy and jobs and all that. The economy is not going to get any better, unfortunately. It pains me to say it. I know a lot of us are looking or have relatives who are looking for new job opportunities. Don't get discouraged. The best, at this point going forward for 2026, is to whatever you can do. For example, since that's what I know, that's the example I'm going to give you. Okay, well, if you are a computer programmer or software engineer or something, because if you're in that field, you are competing with the world now. And with the entry of AI, it's even more challenging. So if you are not familiar with AI, just an example, okay, take one of those certificate courses where they give you a certificate for it and go for it. Do something, anything to get you started earning money. Don't wait until you find something and the career that you used to have. It's temporary until things change. Okay? If you were a writer, you were, writing technical manuals and stuff like that, and you find a way to work for a newspaper, do it too. I'm just examples, okay? Because it's going to continue to be more challenging, more difficult, at least for another year. That's what it feels like to me. Okay? The economy is not going. Trump can't even take out the tariff. He's not going to. But if he were to, they believe it would take a while before it kicks in. And that will not fix the economy, it feels like to me. I'm not an economist. I don't know why. Okay? But it's going to take a lot to turn the economy around. And some of the stuff that I was talking about earlier is part of what's coming in 2026. The way ICE is going to do, as we know, ICE's budget is larger than even the FBI. So they are going to make, it's going to be a lot of problems. Let's put it that way. Those, to me, are going to be the major challenges. The economy, three. Employment, and the way Stephen Miller is going to want to control society. That's the best way I can put it. And I gave an example last week of what his wife is like, what she did when she was in college. I'm not going to repeat. It makes sense. That's what I was thinking this morning as I was trying to figure out what's coming next year. So, but don't be afraid. Thank God you guys are born here. Yes, they're going to harass some of us. They're going to make life difficult, but thank you, God. Like I said a long time ago, expect the district court to stand up. And they are standing up, and intuitively I feel, and like I predicted a while back, there would be a major disagreement between the Supreme Court and the lower court. It's happening. And they are beginning to, the Supreme Court is beginning to be embarrassed. Those guys, the lower courts, the judges, the way they're going about letting the Supreme Court know what they are doing is wrong is having a major effect, and mostly on Robert. Yeah, because his name, but there's nothing he can do about it. It's done. The damage is already done. So we're going to be shocked, but be ready. Don't raise your blood pressure. It's going to be all right. I feel between now and June, and then things will start changing, I feel, for the better. Like I've always warned you, I can confuse time. Remember, guys, I said as soon as Trump left the White House, they were going to investigate him because of things he did during the first go-around in the White House. It didn't happen until the next year. I don't think it's going to be that long this time because Republicans are going to have enough. They have enough of him already. Okay? There's going to be a lot of fights among Republicans. Oh, my God. But just hang on tight. So my prediction is worse to come. Don't let it get to you. Stay strong. We're going to get through it. Our country will get back on its feet. Our economy will back. It's going to take a little while to put the economy back up, but we will. And our friends, our allies that this administration has decided to abandon, we rejoin hands with them again. It's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be that easy because a lot of damage has been done, and they are basically rethinking what they should do just in case we in this country elect someone, another leader like Trump. I don't see it happening anytime soon, but you never know. No, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because once we find the damage that this guy has caused, it's not going to happen anytime soon. But my point is, don't worry. Okay, I did some research about what's causing my channel to my views. I found out what it is. I was right. Okay, but I couldn't. I was using AI to figure out the algorithm and the changes that they made to it. What YouTube is no longer like 8-10 years ago. They refined the algorithm, so it's more like, it's not like a long time ago. There used to be like win-win situation. Today it's YouTube wins. That's the way it looks like to me, based on the information I gathered from AI regarding the algorithm and the way they design stuff. So I have to be careful on how long I last because. And I'm not blaming you guys. I appreciate and I appreciate your support. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't because of you. But because of the algorithm, I can't go 45 minutes anymore unless there is something major, okay, that I have to talk about that will keep people's interest, at least more than I am doing right now, I think. Okay, but it's having a major effect on the channel. Okay. I just wanted to let you guys know if I don't last till, I think I've said that before, but I'm repeating. All right. Teresa Hedarian says, Milo, it would be helpful if you post your PayPal address. Yes, my PayPal address is psychicmilo@aol.com. Let me post it here. Oops. Okay, I think, yes, COM. There's my email address at AOL.com, psychicmilu@AOL.com, okay? So, but it's below the video as well. Thank you. Oh, I wanted to say thank you to some of you, or those of you who have donated to the channel. I appreciate it, okay? And hi, Jojo. Taro, also share the stream even to yourself. Oh, okay, I appreciate that. Yes, there are a few things that can be done to help the channel, but there are certain, my channel is not an entertainment channel. It's a niche type of situation. That's why I am trying to include like medical report, technical reports, or any good report that I think you guys would be interested in to increase my views. A lot have changed, and the result that I have gotten, what I thought was happening, I was correct, but I couldn't prove it. But I was able to prove it over the weekend. There are some other stuff that I found out as well. So having said that, let me see if I will take it. Oh, you know what, guys? Post your questions, okay? on the comments. And I will answer them Monday. Today's Friday. Oh boy. Well, I'm looking forward to the long weekend. Thank you everyone for spending time with me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilo.com, or please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Okay? Please give me a thumbs up. That would encourage the algorithm to keep showing the video on others' feeds. Okay? Having said that, enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow night I'm off. I usually do something on my other channel. Maybe I'll release a video or something. But I'll see you all on Monday. Till then, bye.